Hello, everybody. We're back here at the Lions Den. We got the basketball coaches with us today. They're going to talk about the season and how things are going, and what upcoming events and stuff's coming up here, and see how this season's going. How y'all doing?
Fine.
Doing good. Yeah. So how's everything going? Y'all got tournaments coming up or anything like that?
You or me?
Either one.
We of course we played Tuesday night, and we got a game tomorrow on Friday at TLCA. Both of us do, and then next week's kind of, we got to take week by week right now with all this other stuff going on, and next week we actually are staying here and playing Lakeview, and I believe you're going to Grape Creek. Grape Creek's coming here now. Okay, so Grape Creek's coming here because we were supposed to play Grape Creek, and their girls, some of their girls got quarantined, so they didn't have a team anymore. And then Friday is I'm trying to think Friday off the top of my head.
That is home junction.
Home, we're playing Junction at home, so that's the week, and then we're trying to get games, with our other teams as much as we can, and of course junior high as much as we can, and it's just, like I said, it's tough finding games, and people are canceling everybody and any chance, and just because that's the world we live in right now, unfortunately. So
Yeah, it's crazy with all the stuff going on. It seems like it's hard, for anything to happen. They're canceling, or somebody got this, or somebody got that, and then it's just kind of crazy all the stuff
Yes,
that's
sir.
going on with
Yes,
that.
sir.
But we got, we do got a season going, so play as many games as we can and what we can get done. But so how's things going so far? The season, everything's pretty good. It seems like our girls really, I guess you have a little different offense than they used to run.
Yes,
It
sir.
seems like they're finally getting the hang of it because I went into a couple of games.
Yes, sir.
And
We've played six, and we're 2-4. We won last night against our Tuesday night against Eden. And they were a good shooting team, and we struggled the first half, and they came alive the second half, and played great defense. That was a key, and played great defense and got a few stops at the end, and hit a buzzer beater to win the game. And the girls are excited about it, and they deserve it. I mean, they've fought hard, and practices have been. I mean, they've been having great practices. Showing up at weights in the morning and stuff like that. So I mean, they needed that. They deserve that, and they needed it, and it was a great win for them. And the JV is undefeated right now, and they're doing good. They're doing really good. They're fundamentally sound, and they understand the basketball game, and it's fun to watch. It's fun to watch on all the teams.
yeah, I seen it. Once they get that offense rolling, it's just, I mean, because the defense is pretty solid. It's a crazy girl basketball game. They get after it. But on that offense, once they get it rolling, it's just nonstop. It's like
Yes,
a
sir.
rhythm, just up and down, and you could tell because I watch a lot of the JV girls. My daughter plays, and it, for a second they kind of, looks like it. They running around, all of a sudden they hit that
Yes, sir.
rhythm, and they just start making points. And
Yes, sir.
there's been plenty of games this year where they've went on like a 10-point run, and the other team hasn't scored anything. They
Yes,
just
sir.
get it down the court, start making some points. So it's starting, it starts getting traction. They go off on
Yes,
those
sir. They do.
points.
They good. They feed on the energy, and they. Of course, the group I have, all the girls, they're pretty quick, and once they understand the game, once they're comfortable and not nervous anymore, that's when they start playing, and it's fun to watch, and they do a great job, so
Yeah.
it's good.
It's exciting, I watch some stuff like that, and them girls, they get rough on that court. I mean, that surprises me. But.
Yes, sir, they do.
And so the boys basketball, how's the season going for y'all? And it seems like you got a lot, I guess, a couple of young kids and stuff on. They got a lot of speed.
We're very athletic, and that's
Yes.
one thing I've been told from a lot of people that have been around in No Zona is that they've always been very athletic. The boys are quick. The team we're going to be playing tomorrow night, their coach is a friend of mine, and he has some film on us. And he said, "Man, you guys are athletic. Y'all are fast." So we're an athletic, fast group of kids. We're sitting at 2-4. We are very senior heavy. Actually, we have 7 seniors on the team, four juniors right now. So we have 11 guys on varsity. We got one guy that has he had a doctor's appointment. Probably is going to have to require some surgery. So we're down one of those seniors, unfortunately, and that was kind of hard to take because he's a great leader. He's a great player. He's a hard worker. And so that's going to be one guy that we're going to be short of. But overall, just the athleticism that those guys have, it's coming around, just like you mentioned with the girls and the offensive side. They've been a real fast-paced kind of team over the last several years, just running and gunning. And I think one of the biggest things that we're doing and trying to implement is an offense, and trying to implement an offensive set here and there, instead of just being out of control and playing so fast. And that's one of the things that we're working on. We had a game Tuesday night. I think we set the record for the most shots missed in the game. Also set the record for the most shots attempted in the game. So there's 2 records you don't want in one night. But at the same time, I told our boys, no matter what, keep shooting. You know, sometimes it's going to seem like there's grease on the rim, and there's sometimes everything's going to fall. And that was one of those nights that there was grease on the rim. But we're going to keep shooting. We're going to keep working on what we're doing. We're going to utilize our athleticism the best that we can, and hopefully try to put those boys in the right spot to reap some success throughout the rest of the year. And that's one thing that we're going to continue to work on there.
I've seen where, you're talking about the running and gunning. I actually seen them, they get down court to slow down, set everything up, and then they run their offense and stuff like that. I noticed that on some of the games, they're doing that kind of stuff. And that's good because sometimes we run and gun, you get out of control, and you got to call a timeout, reset everything. Because I remember I played basketball. I was horrible, but I would run and gun up and down that court. I would shoot anything.
Yeah.
And I'd probably miss it.
We've got guys that hustle, and that's one of the best things that we have is our kids that hustle, man, and they go out there and they can go. You ask them to play defense, and it can be whatever defense we're in, and they're going to play it to the best of their ability, and they hustle and they try hard. And you can't. That's one of those things you can't really coach. You can't coach athleticism. You can't coach that hard work and that hustle. And we have a great bit of that. So what it comes down to is, just capitalizing and finishing. And I think once it's all said and done, we're going to be, hopefully, like I said, we're going to be better than what we've been in the past. I know last year they were 4-25, and I sat down in the locker room with them at the beginning of the year, and I asked them, "What are your goals?" And a lot of those boys said that they wanted to win 5 games. I said, "Okay, well, once we get to that 5, what's going to be your next goal, so we can start looking for a new goal." And one of the seniors said he wanted to hopefully get our team on a banner, and that's a big goal for them. So they haven't had a banner for making it out to playoffs in a while, and so we're aiming high, and we're hoping to aim high and achieve high goals there in that aspect.
And one thing I've noticed, the new coaches come in, you are trying to start a culture, and it's a lot different. I'd like it a lot more than the previous one that was here. And I seen it right off the bat when you all got here on every sport. You see that you're trying to set that a hard work and, everything in every sport and stuff like that. And I think it's awesome for our kids. I remember when y'all first came here, I started seeing stuff. I was like, man, it's going to be good. People running cross country and stuff like that and stuff, and running track and stuff, that a lot of kids don't understand when you're running track, it keeps you in shape, or you're running cross country, it keeps you in shape for every sport you're going to play that year. And sometimes they're, I don't want to run it, or I don't want to do this, and they have no clue. This just keeping you in shape, getting you ready for everything. Anything's coming, and sometimes they don't want to do it, but I see it, and it looks good. The kids are trying harder. It seems like they play a lot harder. They apparently like the coaches because they seem like they play real hard for y'all and stuff like that. And, first-year basketball coaches, both of y'all here, and, it's already seems like I watch y'all's offensive stuff, and it's cool to see because when we ran basketball, we ran pick and roll. That was the offense we ran, and sometimes it didn't work because we had a lot of guys on our team who didn't listen. But I see how y'all set it up in both teams and run y'all's offense stuff, and it's slowly coming together. It just takes them a little time because they're used to something else. But you could see them like that night when I seen them running down there, and that guy was going to take off to the basket, and he waited. Let the team get down there and told them to set it up and stuff. And I was like, oh, that's right there. That's what, that seems pretty smart and stuff like that. So I was like, it's coming together. It's just going to get better from here.
I agree, and the boys are doing a great job of picking that up. And I think the girls are watching the girls. One of the things you talk about the culture is going out there and getting our guys to support them. And our guys were just as excited for Shelby shot Tuesday night as she was. I had a hard time. Hey, let's not jump on the court yet. Let's let them get off and celebrate. That was a great win, and huge shout out to the girls' coaches and the girls' staff and the girls' team. That was awesome to watch.
Yeah, and the one thing I noticed about the culture is all the students are involved in all sports, I mean, even if they're not playing or if they are playing, everybody seems to involve, be excited about all the future. You can see some of the kids, like when I went to a basketball game, there's a ton of kids there watching the game that weren't playing, I guess, or maybe older and just weren't playing right then. And they're all watching the game. I was like, man, this is awesome. These watching this and stuff like that. And I think a lot of people that haven't played sports are playing sports, and now that everybody's coming. So that's awesome right there, because you see some kids, you think, man, kid's probably an athlete and he doesn't play, but now you start seeing those kids start to play sports, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, both teams, there you can tell, like the varsity supports the JV and the JV supports the varsity, and it's like I've told my group is, just because the varsity wins, that doesn't mean it didn't go against for the JV and my whole team, our whole team. Just because, every single person's in practice, every single person pushes each other. So it may be a varsity win or maybe somebody getting a game and winning shot, but it involves everybody. And it's fun to watch, and the girls are having fun and enjoying it. And, they're working hard. That's all I can ask, and they're buying in and they believe in it, and that's the key is. They're starting to believe in themselves, and that's what I like to see is they're slowly starting to get that self-confidence back, and it takes time, but I'm proud of them. We're both proud of them. It's awesome.
And is it hard to have tournaments with all this COVID stuff going on?
Well, we can have tournaments.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering. 27 games, and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, the UIL said no tournaments, but you can play 3 games a week. So you can play Tuesday and then Friday, Saturday if you wanted to, but you only get 27 games a week. And no tournaments. So
That's
even like the regional tournament, the regional tournament used to be, hey, your Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Now it's just like the regular playoffs. So you'll play on Tuesday, you'll play on Friday. It's not a tournament bracket style. It's just like the regular playoffs until the state tournament's the only tournament there is.
Man,
So
that's
it's weird.
crazy. I knew there had to be something with the tournaments or something because
Yes,
of all
sir.
the rules and stuff. But we're pretty good about following the rules. That's one good thing. This school is real good about following the
sir.
rules on everything they do. So
Yeah, it's been it's been stressful at times, but it's been the first thing is we got to protect the kids, and everybody around. So that's the key.
and they do a good job of
They
that.
do.
The school does a good job of
Yes,
that
sir.
because I remember my daughter's been tested 3 times and she's been negative every time,
Yeah.
but she's been tested as soon as it comes around.
Yeah.
And I told him, I say, hey, it's just, to make sure you don't got it, you don't start spreading or nothing
Yes,
like
sir.
that stuff. We stop it. We can, have fun, have sports and
Yes,
stuff
sir.
like that. And
We're thankful we still get to play.
Yeah.
As crazy it is, and we get cancellations all the time just because that's the part we live in now. But we're still thankful we still get to play right now, and we still because some people and there's some places that have cut it out already. And just like I know during football season, there were schools that said, hey. We're not playing anymore. And you hear in the playoffs, like football players are like, hey, first round we had a forfeit because because of all this stuff, and it's sad, but that's what we have to deal with right now.
And there's a couple of teams that could have probably won the game they're going to, and they had
Yes,
a
sir.
forfeit. So that's a bummer, So stuff like that, you don't want that to happen to anybody, especially in
No.
playoffs,
You don't.
So have y'all started district yet?
We start January the 2nd, and then I think y'all start the 8th. So with all this stuff, we had to do a new district schedule because we were supposed to start January the 5th, but the district got together and they wanted to have a week off at the end just in case there's any makeup games and anyone has to do anything. So we bumped ours up 1 game, so we start January the 2nd on a Saturday.
Is it the same schedule as our football? Just a different district?
Different district, yes,
yeah,
sir.
okay.
We have Cristoval, El Dorado, Fort Hancock, Wink, and McCamey.
Always got to have that long
That
that
drive.
one team that's a Winks when we
Yeah, both
Yeah.
of us have to go on a Tuesday.
they really need to make that on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, see, when I would go to school here, we had Anthony.
Oh, I
and,
remember that. Yeah,
Was it Van Horn or Anthony and Tornillo? One of the two. I
And-
can't remember off the top of my head. We had them.
Anthony's by El Paso, right?
Yeah. So what we would do is we would play one on Friday and then turn around and stay the night and play on Saturday, so we didn't have to do 2 back-to-back trips.
Oh, it's crazy.
So yeah, it was crazy.
I grew up in Post around Lubbock, and everybody you play is like 20 miles away. So it was easy. And then
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I came down here, and I started seeing these games. I was like, man, this is crazy.
It is. It's a long ways.
But yeah, so we got, that's good. Hopefully this, the season just keeps rolling for y'all. Because I've noticed a change. I've seen some improvements as the season's gone along. Like I was saying, some girls or some, won't shoot, and now they do take that shot.
sir.
When they're real close, they're like the confidence, like you're
Yes, sir.
saying, they're getting that
They're
confidence.
slowly getting it back.
And you can see it. I've seen it in all the kids in most of the sports, and it's awesome to see that kind of stuff. And I like seeing that kind of stuff because once, they start getting that confidence, it starts changing stuff. Because, if you don't shoot, you don't make any points.
Yes, sir.
So you start shooting and make some points, or at least taking a chance,
Yes, sir.
stuff like that. But all right.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Man. We used to have that in our school as picture, and you walk out of our history class. It was right there, and I'll never forget that. I used to read it every day. Oh man, yeah, that's why I took every shot I got. Just
I wasn't allowed to be on the basketball team because I would have taken every shot in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Or not, I was going to throw that up.
oh, when we were in high school, our JV thought we were good, so they put us in a varsity tournament. We didn't win a game, but I promise you, I would shoot. It didn't matter if I was half court, 3-point, it was going up. Just trying to make it.
You had that confidence.
Yeah, I had too much confidence, way too much. But all right, well, I guess that'll do it for this week's of the Lions Den. I'd like to thank Ozona National Bank for our sponsor. I went in there the other day and I talked to Cayenne and Jeanette and Claudia, and they got such good customer service. So I really appreciate Ozona National Bank sponsoring this for us. And that way we can get this broadcast and everybody can see it. So this will be up Thursday morning. We'll see you next week on the Lions Den.